I don't even know how to start this. Project Marvel. Okay, we all know about Project Marvel, and everyone is excited about it. Everyone wants it to happen. We think that it will be very beneficial to the city of San Antonio. As you guys know, I've been very transparent in this. I'm not from San Antonio. Okay, all right, I'm not. But I visited San Antonio multitude of occasions. I visited Texas multitude of occasions. In San Antonio, at least for me, it doesn't seem like there's a ton to do. Like there's plenty to do, but as far as like a booming downtown area, or at least around the San Antonio Spurs arena, it's kind of dead, right? And I think a lot of Spurs fans that are from San Antonio, most of you guys are, would agree with me that it's not a ton to do. Like I absolutely love the Riverwalk. I love certain aspects of San Antonio. I have a good time when I'm there, but I can only imagine someone that's living there that you would get a little irritated that the Spurs arena is in an area that's just not that fun, right? But yeah, so anyways, you're not wrong. Okay, so anyways, that's what I have to say about that. So with Project Marvel, we're all excited, right? Even for me, right? Somebody not from San Antonio, I'm gonna go and visit. I can't wait. I'm excited. But as you guys know, there was recently a strategic pause on it due to San Antonio's mayor. Now, I'll just go ahead and give you my takeaway from it, from what I looked into, because initially I didn't know what was going on, right? I don't pay attention to San Antonio, but what I did, what's Project? Oh gosh, we probably should start with that, right? Project Marvel is basically the entertainment center, that's probably not the worst. What would you guys call it? Entertainment district. It's like all of the different things that they're planning to build, right? San Antonio downtown area, where they'll have a new arena. They'll have like a bunch of different restaurants. I'm sure some hotels. Like, let me see, Project Marvel San Antonio. I mean, there's already an image of what they're trying to do. So here, I'll bring it up real quick. Yeah, I probably should have brought that up. Here we go. Very pretty. So this is what they want, right? This is what they want. So to build quite a bit. So this would be San Antonio. They don't have a name for it, right? San Antonio Arena. Lots of different stuff going on. It's basically just a booming district that could potentially bring in, it will bring in way more people, but it's going to cost a lot of money to do, right? It's going to cost a lot of money. So at least from my takeaway, because initially what I saw was nonstop people calling the mayor the B word, calling her a DEI hire, saying that she's absolutely garbage, death threats, and we're going to get to that in a minute because, oh my God, touch some grass. It was just nonstop nonsense, right? So I didn't know much about it other than, okay, you guys have like some bias against her, and this strategic pause or whatever was a little irritating. Now, from my perspective, yeah, I think that it's a little, bothersome, I guess, that the way that her PR has been, it just hasn't rubbed people the right way. But honestly, if you're going at her and calling her the B word out of her name and all this other stuff, then more than likely you probably weren't. Yeah, you're probably someone that you probably shouldn't listen to anyways about any topic ever. Now, with that being said, this was my takeaway, right? This is my initial takeaway. So I was just saying that I kind of understood the Project Marvel, pause, and trying to make sure that, or at least trying to keep as much transparency as possible, and possibly having some type of binding deal so the billionaires will like invest and give some real benefits for the community. That's just how I interpreted what she was saying, right? I thought it made, logical sense, I guess. And shout out to Carolina T for actually posting quite a bit, because there's some things we got to go over, right? It's kind of cool. But this right here, wasn't really aware of this. So she says LA Clippers locked in $100 million for housing, youth programs, and jobs. Pistons funded basketball courts and city upgrades. Warriors locked in housing, jobs, etc. A strong Project Marvel term sheet could steer talks towards a positive outcome, keep the Spurs in San Antonio, and satisfy all sides. So I think that's a pretty reasonable, take. So I'm not going to sit here and just say all you people are dumb or horrible if you're irritated with the mayor or whatever. Like, I don't really care. I just think that you shouldn't go as far as to start saying all these nonsense, crazy, psychotic things. It gets to a point where it's like, look, go touch some grass, okay? Seriously, like, go touch some grass. And the reason why I bring it up is because it's actually gone pretty far. It's gone so far till someone got arrested. Someone went to jail. This guy. Twitter user Marcos Rainey Alvera was arrested yesterday for felony obstruction retaliation after allegedly saying the mayor should be killed over Project Marvel, $125,000 bond, GPS monitor, no contact, and no firearms order awaiting indictment. Guys, you're horrible people. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're crazy, dude. You don't deserve Project Marvel. Most of us do, but oh my God, what the F? Yeah, of course, it's a Twitter user. Yeah, look at him. Look at him. These are the type of comment. I knew I wasn't crazy, right? Like, some people say you're just being hyperbolic when I talk about, you know, certain people in the Spurs community. But yeah, psychotic, bro. And apparently this was a group chat, Spurs Familia. I don't know where this is at. I don't know if this is... I don't know what this is. Is this Instagram? It might be Instagram. And he says, we need to kill the mayor. This is the person that said it. So, yeah. So he went to jail for it. So you guys really need to touch some grass. But with that being said, okay, whether you were upset, happy, cool, not, there's something that came out of this. Or recently. So let's see here. So Carolina Teague, I think she posted it as well. Oh, no, it wasn't her. It wasn't her. My bad. It was Dawn Harris. All right, here we go. After another day of meeting involving the city, county, and the Spurs, sources close to negotiations tell me that a downtown arena term sheet is close to being finalized. It could be as early as tomorrow, bearing a last-minute unforeseen snag. All sides are still hopeful for approval by City Council on August 21st. So, yeah, all that fussing, all that crying, all that you should die, just stop it. Chat's like, wow. Yeah, it went that far. Now, with that being said, I did want to look at this just out of curiosity. So Carolina posted this. So these are just some arguments on both sides, and I want to hear this because I don't know anything about this. So Cops Metro leader father Jim Denon calls out against a quick Project Marvel vote. I'm just curious. I want to hear.
And we have great concern. We believe in economic development, and we want to see continued economic development for the city of San Antonio. But our concerns are this. Just today, I was watching the expressions of each and every one of you when you were finding out at this very meeting that there is still an economic impact study that needs to be presented to you from CSL. And you were saying, oh, that's still coming, and they reported yes. We do not have all the information. It is incredible that we would be asked, that you would be asked to move this forward to an election without having all the information.
So that's concerning. So that was kind of my whole thing too, is that you want transparency, right? It seems like the mayor just wants to, I think that's just being a good leader at that point. Make sure that the numbers aren't on point.
You know that the Spurs study, economic study, was done in January, but we have just received it. We deserve more. We deserve to be an informed city and an informed council and leadership of the city. It's very interesting to note that all of the public sessions that were done before any of this information was released. Why isn't the city of San Antonio given the opportunity, the citizens, to have that information so that they can make educated, well-informed decisions, recommendations, and ask questions? Why would we ever have a series of sessions for the citizens of San Antonio when you had not yet received the reports? We had not yet received the reports. It is unconscionable to expect the citizens of San Antonio to be treated this way. We are asking that you please postpone this vote. Allow us to be educated. Allow us to examine these studies, and we are demanding an independent economic study that has all of the facets presented to you, Mayor, and to the citizens of San Antonio so that we can move forward.
There's like literally no reason to be against what he just said. Yeah. I think it's all about transparency. And then this is San Antonio Zoo CEO Tim Morrow backs Project Marvel. Projects like the new arena are critical across a broad spectrum. All right, let's see. I don't think, and by the way, here's the funny thing. I don't think anybody is against Project Marvel. That's kind of the crazy part, right? From everything I've seen, it doesn't seem like anyone is against it. It's just that people want to know what the numbers are and make sure possibly that we can have some type of binding deal so we can have like 100% transparency, so it's going in and it's actually benefiting the city as a whole. But like, I don't know.
For over 111 years. We are part of District 1 and District 2.
Oh,
I'm also the former chair of San Antonio Visitor Alliance, the current chair of Texas Travel Alliance, and I'm the vice chair of Visit San Antonio. I've been working in the tourism industry in San Antonio since 1991, starting as a lifeguard, watching pools, cleaning pathways and bathrooms, and working my way up through 19 years at SeaWorld before taking on my role at the San Antonio Zoo 10 years ago. Beyond tourism, I volunteer in the community, serving on boards and committees such as those as UTSA and the city of San Antonio, and I do all this because of my love for the city. I first moved to
Everyone loves the city.
San Antonio as a second grader and instantly fell in love with the Spurs. I now take my children to Spurs games when I can and have enjoyed watching them grow up cheering for San Antonio's only...
Yeah, he makes a point, but people honestly will not take the time to inform themselves. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Yeah, I mean, that's 100% true. Most people won't know what's going on. I mean, that's across the board, anything politically or whatever. But you have to at least present and give people that opportunity to know what's going on, right?
Major league team. I can tell you that keeping the Spurs in a new arena downtown is critical for San Antonio for many reasons. One, great cities need great downtowns where people can live, work, and play. The Spurs and Project Marvel do that for our city. The economic impact the Spurs provide our city. The recognition our city gets from the Spurs around the country and around the nation. People know San Antonio because of the San Antonio Spurs. The quality of life this provides when corporations are looking to move to San Antonio, and that is a big one for operators such as San Antonio Zoo, the nonprofit. We depend on visitation and donations to grow, and having a strong corporate community is critical to our success, and that is magnified across all of the arts and cultural institutions in San Antonio. Tourism is critical for the success of San Antonio on a greater scale than our peers in Texas, which is why projects like a new arena, an updated Alamo Dome, an updated convention center, and more amenities for tourists and locals are so critical across a broad spectrum. In closing, I ask that you all work to build San Antonio through growth projects such as Downtown Arena and work to maximize the economic impact of these projects for the betterment of our community in all corners. I thank you, and I ask that you support staff moving forward with negotiations and returning to council with a negotiated term sheet in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, seems fair. But, you know, at the same time, I think, you know, you want to have transparency. That's my main thing, right? That's my main thing. Just make sure everyone knows the numbers. Everyone understands what's going on. Okay, so chatter, let's see. Let me read these. So Ian says, I don't think it's ever been like how players leave teams with teams leaving cities. I think it's usually like a team goes bankrupt and gets bought out by another city or the NBA. And then Nether disagrees with you and says, you're extremely incorrect. Teams threaten to leave their cities all the time is extremely common. I don't think he was saying, I think there's a difference between threatening and like actually leaving. Yeah, it's a little rare for teams just to leave. I'll be transparent with you guys though. It's definitely a crossroad, and hopefully both sides will feel, you know, good about the project and good about the numbers and good about the true benefits that the people will see in San Antonio, and then we're good to go, right? And then we're good to go. But I'll be honest with you. If this weren't, which it looks like it will, and we're fine, so I can say this, right? But if this weren't to go through, yeah, I think San Antonio is in an actual threat. You know, before I was like, oh, not really, you know, because we heard about the project and, you know, everything that they're doing and expanding out. But yeah, you would be in a legitimate disadvantage. I think there's some cities that really want a basketball team. Like there's, you know, Las Vegas, there's Seattle. I mean, they already have a stadium ready. There's, I mean, people mention Austin. So, it's a legitimate threat, but I don't think anybody wants to leave. And I think it's a matter of just figuring it out and, you know, get it rolling. It's going to be nice, man. San Antonio is going to be popping after this. It is going to be popping. It's give and take. Yes, it will cost a lot. Yes, it will generate a lot of money in years to come. Also, will provide more job opportunities. There's pros and cons for everything. Yeah. I think the main thing is trying to get them to invest in some other things. Make sure everybody's good. Oh, let me look at something else because I actually didn't see this. I completely forgot. Mentioning the mayor. It's only 15 second
thought
clip.
about what it could mean if we were.
Why is this only 15 seconds?
We are so far from that, and I think nobody wants that.
Right.
Nobody also wants to. We don't need to go into this. I think operating from a place of fear, though. One of the things.
Also thought about what it could.
Okay. I mean, that's fair, I guess. But yeah, as far as losing San Antonio, I think you legitimately could. But I think at least from that little clip, probably what she's trying to say is just, hey, we're far from that because, you know, negotiations are still here, and, you know, they're not even thinking about that right now. But long term, I feel like if it didn't go through at all, then yeah, you kind of screwed, right? I think you might be screwed. But I don't think that'll be the case. It's going to be fun. No, I seriously doubt there's a serious possibility of Spurs leaving San Antonio. Of course, I'm biased, though. No one that's the thing. No one wants to. Like, the Spurs organization can see the dollar signs, right? They can see the vision. Everyone can see the vision. Nobody actually wants to leave. This is a sensitive topic. Yeah. You know what? Sensitive topic, but at the end of the day, can we touch some grass just a little bit? You know? I know I'm not a San Antonian, okay? But I'm excited about Project Marvel like the next person. I'm as excited as someone that doesn't live in San Antonio can be. But can we touch some grass? It's okay to discuss it. It's all right. It's cool. But guys, don't end up, hold on. Don't end up like this. Please. Don't end up like this. Don't be this dude. Don't be this dude. All right? With these charges. Don't do it. Okay? She's not the worst person in the world. Okay? She's not Satan himself. All right? She it seems like, at least from what I've seen, she's just trying to do right by the city. And that's a good mayor, right? I think that's a good quality to have. Now, as far as the PR and how things have gone, sure, yeah, not the best. Word things a little bit better. Make people understand a little bit better. But, you know, that dude is crazy. This is most of Twitter, by the way. Most of Twitter users look like this. So, yeah, that's true. This project isn't just for the new arena. It's literally revitalize the downtown area. It's going to be insane. It'll help a lot. Anyway, if the Spurs leave, so do I. Unless they go to Austin, it's slightly closer for me. I never really think about the fact that some people live in San Antonio just because of the Spurs. I don't think about that. I'm about to go outside right now and literally touch some grass. Love y'all. Love the Spurs. Love San Antonio. Yeah, go touch some grass, man. You can come back. You can bring the phone with you. You can still watch the live stream. Just go touch some grass.